Look around you. Everything you can see, every face, every tree, every sunset feels filled with color. But what if I told you that not a single color you're looking at actually exists? Not in the sky, not in the ocean, not even inside this apple. Because somewhere between light entering your eyes and reality reaching your mind, something extraordinary happens. Your brain invents the colors you believe you've been seeing your entire life. And if that's true, then one question becomes impossible to ignore. How much of the world you're seeing is actually real? You've trusted your eyes every single day of your life. You trust them to tell you what's real, what's dangerous, what's beautiful. But here's the strange part. Your eyes have never actually seen a single color, not once. Because your eyes don't detect red, they don't detect blue, they don't detect green. They detect something far less beautiful: light. Tiny waves of electromagnetic energy constantly bouncing off every object around you. Different surfaces reflect different wavelengths. Some absorb almost everything. Others reflect only a small part of the spectrum. And somehow, from nothing more than invisible waves, your brain creates an entire world filled with color. The red of a rose, the blue of the ocean, the gold of a sunset. None of them exist until your brain decides they do. And once you understand that, you'll realize color isn't something you discover, it's something your brain creates. But before we understand how, we first need to understand what light actually is. Light is everywhere. Right now, billions of tiny waves are bouncing around you, passing through your room, reflecting off every object you can see. But here's the part most people never realize. Light itself has no color. What we call red, blue, or green isn't paint hidden inside light. It's simply different wavelengths traveling through space. Some are long, some are short, and every object around you changes those wavelengths in its own way. A red apple doesn't contain red. It absorbs most wavelengths and reflects one range back toward your eyes. The sky doesn't produce blue. The ocean doesn't create blue either. They are simply changing the light that reaches you. By the time those invisible waves enter your eyes, something remarkable is about to happen. Because your eyes still haven't seen a single color. They've only collected information. The real magic hasn't even started yet. It happens inside your brain. The instant light enters your eyes, it reaches a paper-thin layer of tissue called the retina. Hidden inside it are millions of tiny cells. Scientists call them cones. There are only 3 types. One responds more strongly to longer wavelengths. Another reacts to medium wavelengths. And the third responds most strongly to shorter wavelengths. That's it. Your eyes never send the color red or blue or green to your brain. They only send electrical signals, millions of tiny impulses traveling through your optic nerve toward one destination, your brain. And that's where something extraordinary happens. Your brain compares those signals, combines them, fills in the missing information, and creates something that never existed in the light itself. Color. The red of an apple, the blue of the sky, the green of a forest. They're not properties of the world. They're experiences constructed inside your mind. In other words, the world isn't colorful. Your brain is. If color exists only inside the brain, then an unsettling question appears. How do you know the color I call red is the same color you see? The truth is, you don't. And neither does science, because no one can ever experience the world through someone else's mind. For millions of people with color blindness, the world already looks completely different. Not because reality changed, but because their brains interpret light differently. Some people can't distinguish red from green. Others struggle to see blue and yellow. And then there are animals. Bees can see ultraviolet patterns completely invisible to us. Many birds can perceive colors that humans will never experience. To them, our colorful world might actually seem incomplete. The universe never changed, only the brain experiencing it did, which means every living creature is living inside its own version of reality. And if every brain builds a different reality, then one final question remains. If color isn't real, what else has your brain been creating without you ever noticing? Let's go back to where we started. Look around you. The walls, the sky, the people you love, the colors you've trusted, your entire life. None of them exist the way you thought they did. Not because the world is fake, but because your experience of it is something your brain creates every single second. The universe doesn't know what red looks like. It doesn't know blue or green. It only knows light. The rest is written by your mind. Which means every sunrise you've admired, every painting you've loved, every memory you've held onto has been painted inside your own consciousness. And maybe that's what makes color so extraordinary. It isn't hidden in the world, it's hidden inside you. So the next time you look at a sunset or hold a red apple in your hand, remember this. You're not just seeing the world, you're witnessing one of the greatest illusions your brain has ever created. And once you've seen that truth, the world will never look the same again. See you in the next mystery.